We're taking a look at Thursday night football in week 5. Can you believe it's already week 5 of the NFL season? We got the San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams. The Rams will be a 5.5-point favorite. That number got bumped up with the news that Brock Purdy might not be able to play with a toe injury, and it could be Mac Jones. The total sits at 47. A little bit suspicious that the number goes up, but the total stays the same. Interesting. San Francisco is 3-1 overall. They're off a 26-21 loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jags ran the ball down their throat, 151 yards on 32 carries. That's 4.7 yards per carry. San Francisco gave them the game with 4 turnovers, as a 4-0 turnover margin in favor of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brock Purdy threw for 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pair of interceptions on 22 of 38 passing. Purdy was banged up, missed a couple games. Mac Jones came in and performed pretty well, really. And it looks like they might have brought Brock Purdy back too soon. I don't know if he just had a bad game or if clearly he's now injured. So I would have to say that those numbers are based on not being 100%. And I would sit his ass back down because Mac Jones was doing just fine. And that line movement going from 3.5 to 5.5 with the news that Purdy's hurt. If it's a healthy Mac Jones rather than a hurt Purdy, man, I'll take the extra couple points. I don't think a hurt Brock Purdy is worth 2 points against the spread. They do have other issues, though. Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall are all listed as questionable. You look at this receiving core, they really miss Debo. Christian McCaffrey leads the team with 31 receptions. And if Jennings and Pearsall are going to be out this week, you got to love McCaffrey to go over his receptions total. His number has been posted at 4.5 every week. He's gone over in all 4 games. And last week, a lot of books didn't even put out a number because of the injuries at wide receiver and maybe the question marks at quarterback. If they do put out a number, and if that number is 5.5 or lower, I would recommend taking Christian McCaffrey over on his receptions total, particularly if Jennings and Pearsall are out. But even if they're in and they're listed as questionable now, so if they're in, they're probably not going to be 100%. This game's going to have to go through Christian McCaffrey. This is going to be the highest total that we've seen in a San Francisco game this season. I'd have to lean towards the under, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Before we talk about the LA Rams, I got to tell you about the best promotion we've ever had at wagertalk.com. They're giving away my football plays. All the college football on Saturday, all the NFL on Sunday, and they're throwing in Monday Night Football as well for just $49. I can't believe this is so cheap. I feel like fighting the boss over this, but oh well, you guys deserve it. $49, all weekend football, Monday Night Football as well. Recommend you get that as soon as you can. Did you know that I'm hitting 82% of my NFL plays for clients this year? 18-4 with client plays in the NFL. I was 4-1 last week with the NFL. Had a nice Monday Night Football winner on RJ Harvey to go over his rushing total. So we're firing on all cylinders. As always, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button. And if you've got anything to say about this game or any other game this Sunday, or even college football, hit me up in the comments below. Your comments are always welcome. And last week's Thursday Night Football video, I gave out the Seattle Seahawks against the Arizona Cardinals, and I got some interesting comments, man. That was a controversial video, to say the least, because I talked about a viral video with Kyler Murray holding not 1 but 2 designer purses, and my bad. Part of my reason for bringing that up, and I actually failed to mention it on the video, was he actually looked like he gained a little bit of weight, Kyler Murray. And I mentioned that I don't particularly like Kyler Murray. There's the question marks about his work ethic. He doesn't like to watch film. He plays a lot of video games. And he carries designer purses. It's not really my style, but as somebody mentioned, they all carry designer purses these days, and that's got really no bearing on betting on football, which is fine. I throw in a few comments. Some people like it, some people don't. Let's hear what people have to say. Caden Murta says, laughing my ass off. I love the comments about Murray. Hilarious. But yes, Jesse, about 90% of pro athletes dress like that nowadays. It's great. Also, I'd have to take Kyler over Darnold. You hit it on the head. You hit the nail on the head. Darnold is a Kevin O'Connell product. Kyler can scramble as well, hard to defend. 5'9", off-brand Lamar Jackson, laughing out loud. Also, tons of these guys play video games. He went on to say a little bit more, and while he disagreed with my take, it was friendly banter. He thought it was funny. He enjoyed the conversation, but not everybody feels that way. Everybody is entitled to an opinion as much as you're entitled to judge it. Struggled to finish this video or get any real football insights, and surprised no mention on home team advantage on Thursday nights, home dogs record in divisional games, and teams' ability to cover after a blowout. Well, he mentioned home dogs, which is interesting because the game was pretty much a pick'em, and at the time that I put out the video, actually Arizona was a 1-point favorite. So, and if you're citing statistics about home dogs when they're getting 1 or 2, I would question your sanity. So this guy didn't like the banter. He didn't like the comments about Kyler Murray. That's fine. I can't keep everybody happy, but certainly we welcome all your comments. We love to hear from you, even if it's nasty. So keep them coming. Now let's talk about the Rams. Hey, I had the Rams last week against the Colts. They're 3-1. They should be 4-0 if it wasn't for that botched kick against the Philadelphia Eagles, the baddest beat on the board so far in the NFL season. Devontae Adams has really emerged as a big weapon for the Rams, and he was questionable last week. A lot of people thought he wasn't going to play. He caught 4 passes for 56 yards and a touchdown versus the Colts. Matthew Stafford, he's second in the league in passing behind Dak Prescott, just 5 yards behind him. He threw for 375 yards, 3 touchdowns on 27 of 41 passing versus Indy. The Rams are on fire. They were 3-0 versus San Francisco in the calendar year in the last, say, 365 days. So 2 games last year and 1 in the playoffs the previous year. The under was 2-1 in those games. The Rams defense, they're allowing just 3.9 yards per carry against the run. They're allowing 98.5 yards per game. They're allowing opponents to average just 186 pass yards per game. The Rams are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. And San Francisco is just 3-10 against the spread in their last 13 games overall. All that said, this is a divisional game. The 49ers find a way to stay in games as long as they're not turning the ball over like they did last week against the Jags. You got Baltimore on tap for the Rams. They've played great so far. I like them to win this game, maybe cover. I'm not sure. I think the best value here is taking the points with San Francisco. And if you can get that Christian McCaffrey receptions prop that I mentioned, there's no lines available as when I'm shooting this video, but that one might be the better bet if you can get McCaffrey at under 5.5 or better on the receptions prop. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you've got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, I'll make you famous. Hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much for tuning in.